I blocked that out. What am I blocking out for Dame before I
Yeah.
start the intro?
No, you can just start right now. You can
Okay,
start right now.
I'm starting the
We're
intro
getting
in
canceled.
3, 2, 1. Old fart Livin, we're back. We're still alive. Hey, just don't die around these parts. Luck, start us off. You're in the garage. Are you
Drinking
drinking?
beer in the garage on a nice night. I don't have the heater on like McFadden. Living life.
McFadden, you don't take that garage beer he's drinking and not come at him?
Put a heater in your butt.
Yeah,
Put a
What?
color TV in your butt.
in that butt.
Put a golf ball in your butt.
In that butt. And
Have you been
drink
listening to
that.
Afro Man?
We need to start over. We can't hear that.
McFadden, did you just hear that he's drinking a garage beer? And
We
you didn't
can't.
even pull a garage beer out of your fridge to show him what a real garage beer is?
Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why?
Because
Any
he's a-
beer is a garage beer.
No, he doesn't want to put it out because it's just not that.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's just not that.
Yeah.
So you want to
So McFadden's
Okay.
not a beer
Okay.
salesman, but the way he sells beer is he tells you this, hey, I got a new beer. It's not that bad. You should try it.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
which did not get me interested in wanting to taste the beer.
You can
Correct.
apply that to everything. Hey, I have a new friend. Guess what? She is not that bad.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a horrible. That's a horrible way to introduce something.
You know how
Yes.
you know how I would introduce Dame to somebody if I was going golfing? Say, hey, I got a friend named Dame. We should bring him golfing. He's not that bad.
Exactly.
That's actually a pretty accurate statement. That's an accurate
Exactly.
statement. It's on the internet for the world to see. Not that bad.
So
Yes, drink garage beer.
So speaking of the series of golf, I want to bring up real quick something that's pretty amazing. And I'm going to share the screen. So if you're not watching on YouTube, now's the time to click YouTube. Otherwise, you're just going to hear us and not see what we're talking about. But last weekend, we had a 2v2 scramble series. It kicked off. So this is a series. We got a leaderboard. There's a point system.
We do?
There is the whole gauntlet to get to the championship, to be the teams to face the other two teams and win the prizes that we're about to give away. And here's the cool thing. If you're in North or South Carolina, or if you're somewhere else in the country or world and you want to fly in and you win a chance to compete against us, you got to go through a little bit of a quiz, but you'll be able to take on the champions if that is where this goes. We're just letting you know. So as you're watching, you may actually get to hit some golf balls with us. So I'm going to pull this up real quick.
Why is this the first I'm hearing of this?
Well, because every time we tell you something, you act like it's the first time you're hearing it. And once again, you're acting like it's the first time you're hearing it.
This actually is the first time.
Dora.
So
Or was
Has
it
he said
Dora?
this before? Is it really me?
on the
Finding Nemo? Emily?
2v2 last
Finding Emily.
scramble, we got an awesome comment from Ritmore Golf. He said, "Good stuff, fellas." Hit him back up. We looked at his channel. He's up there in Michigan and Ohio, and he loves golf. So he goes,
She go up
absolutely,
there and whoop his ass.
yeah, showing some support. Appreciate the sub back over to his channel. So hopefully he comments some more because it'd be great to hear his input. Being a fan of golf and obviously the old fart
Mhm.
living. So that was pretty awesome. And we got another comment over on a short that I thought was
Hold on. Breaking news. The Cardinals just took Jeremiah Love.
oh wow.
The draft will be over by the time anybody listens to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And my woe wasn't because of draft move. It was the woe of that arrow, that big red arrow that just went like left. And the camera kind of like panned left really hard.
It must
It
have
was
been
horrible.
a Dame
horrible.
shot. So over on this video, ranked league 4703, he goes, "Got to keep your head down. You look up, you close the club head, it goes left." I do the same thing. If I just keep my head down, it goes straight. Oh, so Dame is getting internet golf advice already.
Hey, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Somebody want to help me with my golf game? Yeah, come on with it.
Yeah, so thank you
Yeah,
very
yeah.
much.
He doesn't sound that confident. He lost me when he said I do the same thing, and then I stopped listening.
Oh,
I kept listening. So you got some tips? Give them to me.
Keep those tips coming. We got a hotline for Dame. It's called 1-800-HOT STUFF Damo Slammo Tippo Receiver.
And not everyone can dial that number.
No.
Maybe we should start using a script because when you do shit like that,
I'm just
It
letting them say it.
encourages me.
And this was amazing. Clay Britt 7740 commented over on Scully's first eagle ever on the Old Fart Livin channel, a solo eagle and a scramble. He goes, yeah, right. That dude couldn't hit an iron 240 if his life depended on it. So he didn't believe the stat man who put up the Scully's second shot was from 240 and he hit the green. He did not believe it.
I didn't believe it either, and I was there.
I was too busy looking for my ball.
Yeah, there's plenty of footage of that.
Yeah. So again,
You and me both.
So again, thank you everyone that takes time to leave us a comment. We love reading them. We love interacting. And when we get a chance, we'll read them off air. And, hopefully one day, maybe you want to jump on the channel and talk about your golfing and golf crew. That'd be great. And then speaking of the thing Luck just brought up, looking for his golf ball, a short just came out. I think it was today or yesterday where we're on the 9th hole. So McFadden, you weren't there. So in the 2-on-2 scramble, Scully was there. He was my teammate. Luck decided to pick Dame because he wanted to play the hero. Plus, in our scoring system, if you win with Dame, you actually get additional bonus points.
I wasn't trying to play the hero. I was
That's
just trying to
bullshit.
guarantee that I wasn't in the cart with Doug.
Gosh.
Man.
I can see that one as well.
You see why I say I don't think he's really my friend? Because everything so negative, man. It's so negative towards me.
So
I don't know why we do this.
So on the 9th hole, McFadden, me and Scully are on the green. Like I said, he hit an eagle, a solo eagle. And at that point, Dame and Luck are so far away from us. They're on a whole nother golf course in another county. Like I could zoom in with my phone and still not see them. So we have no idea why they were so far away from us. And I think I wanted to get that out because a lot of comments where people just trying to figure out what in the world, and that short has taken off. It's got over 3,000 views, over 20 some likes.
We were playing best ball, and the best ball happened to be over there. It wasn't a good ball. It was just the best ball we had to play. And that's why we were over there. That's how that goes.
I was over there, I decided to look for other balls.
1 in, 1 out, 1 in, 1 out. That's the rule. 1 in, 1 out.
Absolutely. Totally subscribe to that one.
1 in, 1 out. That's all I care about.
Me and Scully just assumed you didn't want to shake our hands, congratulating us for Scully putting that belt on ass, because I didn't have to do much. Scully played really well.
You didn't do anything.
No. Only thing I did was all the filming and keeping track of everything and making sure everything ran smoothly. I didn't do anything, but except everything.
Touche. But don't put no bonus points. Who, what?
Y'all know her too? Touche?
Boy,
yeah. don't be bringing up.
She dances down at 5th and Main.
Boy.
And lives on Sunset Ave.
Look,
is Sunset Ave or a boulevard? What is Sunset?
It depends on which city you're talking about.
I would say, yeah. I think both exist.
So does Touche.
So I got these two.
The Titans took Tate. I don't know who Tate is. I didn't watch college that much.
Are you on like some sort of
the better
5-minute delay?
Probably. ESPN.
I'm like, you're calling out picks, and I've already seen the guy on stage, and he's already shook hands, and he's gone. And you're like, pick is in.
You gotta blame. Say something then. Shit, I'm calling it out when I see it. If it happened before me, then say something.
It don't matter. It's all going to be delayed by the time anybody watches it.
If you listen to the last episode conversation, Luck brought up baseball. Now look at me. After seeing that computers, robots run Major League Baseball, I now have two. My gosh, the best thing since sliced bread. So now I have 2 baseballs I actually picked up today. They're free, by the way.
Well, how was you able to squunch them?
They're stress balls, baseballs.
Okay.
So when my brewers are waiting for that robot to make a decision, I'm like this. They kind of smell like marijuana. That's weird.
You talking about the Boston Brewers?
Yeah, Boston Brewers. I heard they're in the playoffs right now, the Boston Brewers.
Okay. was just checking.
Boston Bruins. I haven't watched any hockey playoffs. McFadden, what'd you do that we lost 2 co-hosts?
I think that I brought up Touche. Touche and Dejanay, they're teammates. They dance together, you know, as a duo.
We're 10 minutes in, and that should be a Jeep commercial. That looks pretty sweet. Is that really the moon, or is that a light? I think it's the moon. No, it can't be the moon.
Look like a light.
Yeah, it's a light.
Yeah.
So, anyways, you're talking about baseballs, but you didn't tell me what you actually thought about the robo.
Well, I thought it was amazing enough to bring me back to baseball, and we're only in like
How-
18 games in. There's 4 billion to go.
How many? So you got to see how they could just tap their head real quick and have it reviewed. It's pretty great, isn't it?
Well, the Brewers were losing some games, and then they got hot again. So I credit the robots. I think the robots now can make baseball,
Actually playable.
yeah,
Because
and
the
watchable.
the real umps, you know, that were on the take, you know, that era is over. But the ones that are coming in now, they literally missed the boat. Sucks for them that they getting on, and you can listen to the old guys go, "Yeah, you remember when the Millers paid me off and I got 500K that game."
I thought that was the NBA that did all that.
Hey, that time has passed as well. Absolutely.
Oh, I did get
That time has passed as well.
I did get a photo sent to me this week from a longtime friend, and the photo that he took was of the photo because that's how old the photo was, and it looked like a pure black background. I was like, "What the heck?" I'm like, "What's going on here?" He goes, "Dude, we were at one of the Brewer games, and at the time, this turned out to be the longest Major League Baseball game in baseball history because a bunch of weather delays. This is before, obviously, the indoor stadium at Miller Park, and I have no recall of being at that game, but I guess it was the game where Paul Monitor's jersey or something was retired, and we were there for that. Again, don't recall any of that.
Whose jersey got retired?
Paul Monitor's?
Hall monitors.
Yeah.
Hall monitors.
Are
Yeah,
you
we
saying
had
hall
those in school
monitors?
growing up. He's saying he's saying hall monitors.
I'll
We
look
had those in grade school.
Paul
Yeah,
Go ahead,
Paul.
Oh,
say it.
yeah, Paul Molitor.
Yeah, it sounds like you're saying hall monitor.
He
My
is.
God, no, I'm not. Yeah, he played for the Brewers for a long time.
No, everybody knows who Paul is. Nobody knows who hall monitor is. Nobody knows that guy.
So this is actually interesting. He's 69 years old. He was born in St. Paul, Minnesota. He played for the Twins, he played for the Jays, and he played for the Brewers. And he coached the Twins from 2015 to 2018, which I didn't know. So that's pretty cool. He went back to where he was born and raised and did there. But yeah, I
Did he
remember.
die yet?
No, he's still kicking.
Okay.
And he's been married twice, it looks like. And he was inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2004. So I wonder if that photo was no, it couldn't have been 2004. I wasn't even in Wisconsin that year.
Yep. And it couldn't have been the longest game in national baseball history.
Now I actually want to look. Did Brewers own the longest game in history
No.
ever?
I don't like the way you research. It would have been better, in my opinion, if you would had searched something similar to what was
Oh,
the
the
longest game.
Brewers were involved in the
history.
longest game in MLB history by time. Yep. And that was on May 8th, 1984. Okay.
Holy crap.
I was
84?
You were 12, dude. You were 12. That's why you don't remember.
I was sick.
I was older than that because we drove.
Okay.
All right. Now you got me.
Y'all
That is when I started driving too.
Yeah, y'all did it different up there in them there parts.
We did too, man. We did. Because
They
up
weren't
there
just
in those
driving,
parts.
they were drinking and driving up in Wisconsin.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
I should really tell you guys what goes on there. when it comes to drinking and driving up in that state, especially back in the old days. And I still heard it's pretty wild, but I uh it is definitely a rite of passage to be driving your parents home from the bar at any age possible.
So you know what I think is a cultural thing. I can imagine you guys probably growing up doing a fake ID thingy and all of that stuff. That's just a
I had a fake
thingy off
ID.
the top of my head. See, never had a fake ID. We didn't need them. You know, there was always someone hanging out on the block that you can say, "Hey, can you go in the store and buy this?" And they would just do it.
Dang.
Getting in the clubs, y'all was going through the front door. We was going through the side door.
Mm,
Hence, you don't need an ID.
mm-mm. And I
Different time, man.
And I was big into gambling back then, so you couldn't get in the casinos without an ID because I checked. So I got an ID from one of my older high school classmates. You know, if you just glanced at it, you're gonna see pretty similar white dude. So that's the one I rocked with, and would get into the casinos before the age was because the bigger casinos you had to be like 21, but then we had other casinos where you had to be like I can't remember if it was 16 or 18.
Hang on, you
Good
had
call.
casinos in
Oh,
Wisconsin?
yeah, at
Yeah,
the
really.
Indian reservations.
Oh yeah.
There's a just 2 miles down the road from where the Packers play is the Oneida casino, which is a
So they've
big.
been doing that for a minute.
Oh, yeah, yeah. If you ever watch Packer games, you'll see the sponsors, Oneida. They're a big sponsor. A lot of the I can tell you guys stories about the NFL players
I can only freaking imagine.
because you got to remember in our town, especially back then, Green Bay, still small compared to other cities, but even back then, it was really small. Cutting all that out. Where the hell's Dave?
He had to go see a man about a horse.
My gosh, he's taking another phone call.
First time I heard that shit was here, dude. And I was like, John has horses?
That
And
that
then they looked
man
at me
has
like,
sausage fingers.
yo, look, that shit took some explaining for me to do because I was like, really? He went to go see someone about a horse? Okay, thanks.
Thursdays are gonna get moved to Fridays. Fridays will get moved to Saturdays. Then we'll be
Oh
back
my
on
God.
Tuesdays.
Yeah, my wife's out of town. She's up in Columbus, Ohio, of all places.
Not a bad place
Ohio.
to be. Not a
Yeah,
bad place to be.
she actually ate at like a Big Boys, but it's called like Frisco Big Boys or something.
It's Frischie's. Frischie's Big Boy. Frischie's.
Yeah,
Did you know about that, love?
Frischie's Big Boy? Come on, man.
Yeah. You Ohioan?
Yeah.
yeah.
Really? I
Yeah,
had no clue, dude.
I was in Columbus. I don't know, 8, 9 years while I was in school.
And no, he's not a doctor. That
Sup-
was just to get his
Super
associates.
senior. Super senior, right?
And that was just for the cheap football ticket.
Okay.
Season tickets
That's
were
when he was.
super cheap.
That's when he was a professor's assistant, so he could do the old saying, "Hey, I stay teaching because they stay the same age as I get old."
Wow.
That's when college was
That's the
good. It
first
wasn't all
time
the
hearing
online
that.
stuff. Now, I wish I could have had some online classes, but none of my classes were online. So, back then it was always good to go in. I'd always make a point at the beginning of each semester to go to the office hours to meet because you'd be in classes in auditoriums with 200-300 people easy sometimes. And I would always go into office hours with some dumbass question I already knew the answer to, but I would go in there anyways just so the professor could meet me. So then if, sometimes that B becomes an A or a C paper becomes a B just because they're like, he took the time to come and visit during office hours. And it worked all the time. Thank you to all the professors
Wow.
that passed me. Love you.
Wow.
Dude,
Wow.
you're so right about that. You just dropped
Mhm.
some
Oh, yeah.
big time knowledge. Whoops.
Just show up to office hours one time. That's all you got to do. Just one.
Yeah, this is how my college career went. It went a coach bringing you up to meet the professor. The professor would pick where I would have to sit. Then you got to sit over there, and then they introduce you to whoever's taking your notes for you for that class. Then you meet them, and then they're like, "I'm taking your notes for you. I'm Jimmy or Jenny." I'm like, okay. And then, no, me being me, it turned into, all right, I'm never going back to that class, but Jimmy or Jenny, where can I meet you once a week to get all the damn notes? So at least I have all the notes, and then maybe the teacher will still pass me. It was bad.
Or you could have just stuck.
Oh, if I could redo it, like I said, today I was hoping we could talk about a whole bunch of the old days and maybe tell some reviews. Yeah, I would have redid all that classroom stuff.
I enjoyed the classroom stuff. I see what my kids go through, especially now after COVID, where everything is on a tablet. I mean, they took COVID and they just ran. And there's so many online classes for college, and it's like, why are you? I mean, college does more online stuff now, but the cost of tuition has tripled and quadrupled. It makes no sense. Like, you got less people on campus, you got less staff that you have to hire, but yet the cost of campus or the cost of college is just quadrupled. It makes no sense. It's all the money grab. Feel like the
Yeah.
experience is gone.
Yeah, I mean, affordability to live on a campus to where you can walk now is crazy high.
Oh,
If you ever look into Charlotte's living on campus at the University of Charlotte, it'll blow your wallet away.
yeah. Well, I mean, it's like that everywhere.
Well, I'm just talking a local
And I
college.
and back when I was in college, I could never get it right. So I lived on North Campus at Ohio State, and all my classes were on South Campus. And yeah, I remember they got winters up there, so I would be trekking it all the way through campus to the south end for all my classes, and then we get up halfway through and move to the south end. Now all my classes are in the north end. Like, I just could not.
Oh my gosh. I had a variety of different experiences because I lived in one of the basketball houses one year. So they had four basketball houses where so many teammates would live in each one. And then another year I lived on campus, which I thought was phenomenal because I had a big room to myself, like a master freaking room in the dorms. And then everything, like you were saying, was so much easier to walk to. And I had the card, to get free food at all the food places on campus and obviously at the cafeteria. And then I had another year where I had to live with different roommates who weren't teammates. So I like experienced all three phases. And I'll tell you what, if I could redo it, I would have stayed the first 2 years on campus, on the dorms. That was fun.
I love being on campus. I mean, I was sitting there talking to my kids the other day. They just looked at me like I was dumb because we used to have, every campus has intramural sports, and we used to have this intramural third shift dodgeball league where literally the first game of the night didn't start until 10 p.m. and the last game started at 2 a.m.
Whoa.
So you either was scheduled to go play and then everybody went to the bar, or you just went to the bar and got shit faced and then you went and played. It was
Yeah.
fun. The 2 a.m. games they're fantastic. I don't know if anybody really won. Balls were just flying. I don't think anybody could really hit anybody except for the person that fell down.
McFadden, please tell us anything that happened back in the segregation days in college.
Well, when I was in college, we had our own bath.
And bubblers.
Gosh.
We could only drink out of the one
Gosh.
fountain.
Let's see.
And it was outside. It was for the birds.
See. That's where I differ. I was waiting for a subject to where I can be joined because I didn't go to college.
Man, what happened to you? Who didn't love you?
I went to community colleges.
Who cares? Your cars are better than ours.
I had to go to a junior college, so I know what that life's about.
See, you said college. There's college and there's junior college. Then there's high school.
No,
And
there's
then there's
trade
grade school.
schools.
And you see this one? Watch this hand. Community college. It doesn't even.
I don't know. Community college was still better than the University of Phoenix. If everybody remembers them back in the day. Although they were the groundbreakers. They're the ones that started the whole online college crap. They were the groundbreakers. University of Phoenix.
Yep.
Well, they had 3 campuses here in Charlotte, so I'm surprised you say that it was online and they had 3 brick and mortars here. I
Yeah,
thought
I mean, they
were,
grew to that,
doing
but
something
it
a little
all
different.
started on.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it was a first internet company, or at least one of the first. That was yeah, they were groundbreaking because definitely before their time. Because that's when people are like, "What?" I mean, that was when you still had, like, dial-up internet for crying out loud. I apologize to everyone that wanted to see Dame and hear more about Dame's life, but, he had to bail. So you're stuck with us
It's almost like
3,
he's
which
setting us up to start. He's setting us up to start ragging on him so he could complain about it after he watches. I feel like he's doing that on purpose. I'm not falling for it this,
Wow.
or
I
maybe I
agree.
will. Maybe I
He said maybe I will.
maybe I will. Let's all
I
talk
need to
about let's
get a
all
plug
talk
in.
about the 15th green from our challenge. Does
Hey,
anybody remember
Charlie.
15th green, where we are about 10 feet from the hole, just on the fringe. And all you had to do is just a nice little chip, let it roll, just a little chip. This guy decides to do a full swing that he called I guess he was watching dub too much. And he's like, I'm going to flop it. He's 10 feet away. He does a full swing, not a little chip, a full swing, and then wonders why it goes all the way over to like the 14th row. Like, what are you doing?
It was a line drive. And by the way, McFadden, speaking of line drives, Dame hit me with a freaking golf ball that he hit, and he hit me. And no one yelled for crying out loud. So it's on camera. I caught on camera him hitting me with a damn golf ball. You see the golf ball
Jeez.
coming at my face, and bam, blood everywhere. And no one, all they did was laugh.
My gosh.
So when you get a chance, watch that 2v2 Damon Luck versus Scully, and spoiler alert, good guys won, of course. We already knew that. But the fact that I got hit with a golf ball was nuts.
Yeah, but Dame did the epitome of what brings you back to the golf course. His last putt was amazing on 18, which, amazing putt, which goes, you know what? I guess I want to come back. Happens every
Yeah, I would put
Real.
it in the low 20s. And it had a swoop to it too. And it boom. Of
Oh
course
yeah,
we
it
weren't
was uphill
recording.
off the fringe. Yeah, it was uphill off
Yeah.
the fringe with a curve.
Okay. Okay. Was it one of those putts that was coming in hot and I say, man, I'm glad the
No, it was
bull
it
got
was
his
a
way.
legit, really good putt. There
Okay.
wasn't too many of those in that round.
I'll say the person Luck that, or McFadden, that you're kind of talking about, Luck had probably the most golf balls ever recorded on the channel, to where they would roll. Here's the hole, stop. And then every time, yeah, remember that, Luck? You would get up to where if they went one more, and they needed
Oh,
them.
yeah, just one more revolution.
Yeah,
Wow.
because once me and Scully got a 2-hole lead, we held it the whole time. They had a chance to cut it with one, and again, one of his balls stopped just short.
Okay, so I thought Damon Skull was on the same team.
No, it was Luck and Dame. Luck wanted the
Was
bonus
Luck and Dame.
points.
How'd that work out for you?
Points.
Oh God. That's funny.
It was one of those. I
Yeah.
love Dame to death, but I was like, "Hey, man, try this," and he's like, "Man, I."
No, I get it. You said it earlier. It wasn't that you was looking for extra points for Dame. You just didn't want to be on the card with Dub.
Well,
Okay.
I also needed Luck to record, and guess what, McFadden? He recorded nothing. So that was great. Thankfully, I recorded, did all the work.
I think I made
Yeah.
it through maybe hole 5, and then I was like, "Fuck."
Wow. Wow.
Look, everybody out there watching, we really like the golf content. I hope you like watching the golf content. That puts a lot of work into it. But golfing and recording at the same time is very difficult. When we're trying to think about the next shot, at
Right.
least for me, I'm sitting there watching somebody else and I'm trying to record them and then hand the phone off. Like we need to afford someone to follow up. Actually, if there's anybody in the Charlotte area that needs some extra credit and wants to follow us around and record it, please hop in the chat. Let us.
Yeah. That's a good plug. That's right.
It is very difficult. And I was even thinking about that day. There was 4 of us, so we were just kind of, hanging. But I really thought about walking because of what we talked about the last time. I was like, man, maybe I might want to walk now. There was no walk.
Yeah. I remember you saying that. I mean, next time let's coordinate it a little better and make sure that real work doesn't get in the way. Can have that fifth card and I can be there along with one of our fantastic volunteers.
Well, if somebody wanted to record, as long as I'll team up. They can ride in the cart. Just let me put my bag on the cart. And I,
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
if I'm playing best ball and I'm going to that hole anyway, wouldn't bother me.
Well,
Okay.
well,
Yeah,
I
we'll work
don't
that
think
out.
McFadden received the email today, but I'm just saying, I was actually thinking about today to start putting some ads out there to see if we can find somebody that, fits with the crew and they like to videotape. Even if they tape and aren't great at editing yet, I'll help with the editing. We just need that tape. I can play and tape at the same time because I'm used to playing in front of crowds and stuff as a former
Been
athlete.
doing that for years.
Yeah, so to me, it's no big deal. I record all those guys and I hit the best shot. Then I record them all again and I hit the best shot. So I don't get time to think about the shot, no practice swings. I just rush up, hit, and then I sprint to the next hole and wait for these guys to catch up. So I'm in constant movement.
All right, dudes.
But
So
thankfully I caught enough of the front nine to make it into a video because
yeah, yeah.
I did mess up on the back nine. We recorded a few holes, which Scully got another eagle. I recorded it, but I accidentally hit the mute button on my mic, so there's no sound.
Audio.
All
Yeah.
right,
Okay.
we losing you too, McFadden.
Yes, sir.
All
Yeah,
right,
yeah. You
check
saw
your
that coming.
check your golf schedule so we can get out there
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, old farters.
because I got a lot of doctor appointments next week. One
Okay.
one of them's in Winston.
One's in Winston. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
but
We'll stay plugged in.
if you're available this weekend, we can hit some balls.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
We'll go offline.
all right, text me.
All right, dudes.
All right, go eat.
Yeah.
All right, look, it's down to you and me.
Well,
All we gotta do is go at least 15 more minutes, so then I can edit around all this and make it into at least a 30-minute, which should be fine.
now, what do you want to talk about? We're going to talk about the tokenization, some stocks that was approved. We're going to talk about GME starting to go up.
Yeah, GME's been going up. Did you see last week and earlier this week the stock car, which I believe is went from like 115 to like $900.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah, yeah, and then now it's crashed back down for the time being.
Yeah, pull up a chair. Yeah, we ain't chasing nothing but a little bit of time. Sun coming up and a cheap red wine. Back porch creaking, somebody's late. Same old crew, yeah, we still don't wait. Golf cart rattling, bras in the back. Talking big game, we might not back. Laugh too loud, neighbors all stare. We just wave them in. Pull up a chair, pull up a chair. Crack one open, we ain't done yet. Just getting going, stories getting better every year. If you lived it, you belong right here. Pull up a chair, don't overthink it. Life goes fast, don't blink, just drink it. We ain't young, but we don't care, long as you're here. Pull up a chair. Pull up a chair. Scorecard ugly, but the swing felt clean. Lost 3 balls, but we'll call it 2. I mean, both drift sideways, line went slack. Still swearing that fish was a heart attack. Somebody